Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in a continuing story that has continued to grow, I thought it was really more of a distraction during the election and during the campaign that was going on. But nonetheless, here we are from the Daily Beast. Baldwin Bro claims there's a bidding war for alleged Diddy party tapes out there. Daniel, the second oldest of the four Baldwin brothers, suggested that those allegedly involved in the videos have to pay to keep their names out of the media. And, of course, we have learned that once Trump becomes inaugurated, allegedly, we are going to get the Epstein list and the Diddy list revealed. So that should be interesting. Daniel Baldwin, brother of Alec, has made the sensational claim that there are videos of alleged adult activity parties thrown by Sean Diddy Combs. Speaking on an episode of the PBD podcast earlier this month, the 64-year-old alleged that high-profile figures are being made to fork out huge sums so their participation is not made public. Oh, my goodness. So kind of a little bit of a bribing and blackmail going on there. The Daily Beast has approached Diddy, who was arrested in September on charges of adult activity trafficking, for comment. He was also recently accused of adult activity assault in a new lawsuit by three men, including a former employee, who said the mogul warned him not to go to the police or he'd look like an idiot. He has videos of the parties, Baldwin alleged. What I've heard from friends that are attorneys, friends of mine that have represented me before, agents, and so on, is there's a bidding war going on right now. So isn't that fascinating? So it's all about the money at the end of the day, is it not? Daniel, the second oldest of the four Baldwin brothers, suggested that those allegedly involved in the videos have to pay to keep their names out of the media, which we just read. They're driving the prices up because if you want your client and your famous actor to be not to be involved or a famous singer to not come out, here's the price, he said. Now, of course, this is what we have talked about here on the BuzWeaver channel when it comes to politicians and the political system, right? The establishment, or the club, as I call it, because, of course, there are a number of establishment assets within the GOP as well. And that is, of course, they try to find ways to get you in a compromising situation. So if they need to manipulate you or to get you to change your mind about something they don't agree with, then, of course, they want to hold these things over your head. And so this is what they do to each other, that intrigue, that Machiavellian maneuvering that goes on in politics and in the celebrity life, because it is all part of their control. You've got to be part of the club. And to be part of the club, you got to do X, Y, and Z. And when you do X, Y, and Z, it locks you in so that these things can be then later used against you should they need to. Now, here's Baldwin here in the tape.
Look at Diddy.
Or on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at him. Let's take a look at, he has videos. He has videos of the parties. Now, what I've heard, which I don't know how much of it is in mainstream media, I don't really follow the story that much, but what I've heard from friends that are attorneys, friends of mine that have represented me before, agents and so on, is there's a bidding war going on right now. They're driving that price up because if you want your client and your famous actor to not be involved, or famous singer to not come out, here's the price. And that they're just selling to the individuals that are in those. This is what I heard. They're selling those videos. So if you're Tommy X, and Tommy X is a big, big movie star, and he was at some of the Diddy parties. He was in one of those bedrooms with three other men, and he's happily married to a woman, and blah. Tommy doesn't want that video to come out.
So there you have it. And as we've talked about, I remember it's a couple years ago, I think it was, when, or last year sometime, when Matt Gaetz was on with Tim Pool. And, of course, he was saying, when he was a young senator, he'd get wined and dined and taken to these places by, special interest and big party members and these sorts of things to, of course, curry favor with them should they need particular bills or other things passed. And so, again, we have it here. Daniel Baldwin has claimed celebrities are in a bidding war during an appearance on the PBD podcast. What is this PBD? I think I've seen. Yeah, this is the PBD podcast. All right, so Daniel Baldwin joins Patrick Bet David is who that is. Okay. And so this has been have you guys been keeping up with anything involving Diddy? I see the post every once in a while here and there, and of course many of the images that I can't show, and even some of the videos that I would not be able to show either. But the palace intrigue, as this all is involved here, is quite fascinating because, I saw this as just a way to create a distraction from everything that was going on during the campaign, as I said, in the election. And this is usually what's going on because, of course, we see the distraction, obviously the huge distraction going on with drones right now over there in New Jersey. But, yeah, I'd like to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on how much of the did he do it or did he not do it situation that's been going on now for quite some time here. So you guys will have to let me know down in the comment section how much of it you've been following and what all is it pertaining to. Will we see a list or will we not? Will Donald Trump release the Diddy list and will he release the Epstein list? Everybody is in a panic, as we just covered with ABC News, having to pay Donald Trump, not pay him directly, but to his library, $15 million for defamation. Because, of course, as we've talked about here on the BuzWeaver channel, that's what the establishment uniparty has been doing this entire time, engaged in lawfare smear tactics, gutter tabloid activity to try to smear Donald Trump and, of course, convince as many people as possible that he is a one-dimensional villain. So you guys absolutely let me know your thoughts and opinions down there on Mr. P. Sean Diddy, or is it Don Shitty Combs? Sean Diddy Combs. I'd like to get your guys' thoughts on all of that. But, of course, I want to thank all you guys across NewTick, BitChute, Rumbles, and Odyssey for your guys' continued support. Thank you so much for 2024. We knew it was going to be a wild one, and, boy, are we getting a wild one here towards the end. And, of course, all you guys here on YouTube. And, of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include my affiliate links for Amazon. So if you're a Prime member or order frequently from Amazon this time of year, you can use my landing page link right there and just place your orders as you would normally. And, of course, if you're interested in a VPN, a virtual private network, Trust Zone is below this video. It's one of my favorites. I've been using them for years. But thank you guys so much for your continued support. And appearing there on the screen for all of you watching on YouTube specifically, that would be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.